Shalom. Shabbat Shalom at that. We're going to get into our story, all about Israel. How we came up, how we fell. And a lot about concerning what we have to do to not make the same mistakes as our ancestors did. And here we are now, most of us not knowing who we were from the womb. And we have an opportunity to see everlasting life and live forever and ever and ever. And that's what we're going to look at tonight. Our story. Everybody have a story, right? But what about our story? When we go into our story, everybody tell us, forget about the past. But how can we forget about ourselves? When I hear that, it's like telling me to forget about myself, because we're the same people that was there in the past. They are ancestors. We're all family. We're the children of Israel. So they saying, forget about your family. Forget about your great-grandfather and your great-great-great-great-grandfather and mother and so forth. Forget about your people. They don't matter. But we're going to see why we're in the predicament that we're in now. And within, hopefully, this lesson, you'll be able to be enlightened to we as Israel, and why it's very important for you to acknowledge yourself as an Israelite. Because everybody have some type of lineage. Everybody go back, well, even though they lie about the amount of time that they say this world has been existing, it's not the truth. So let's go into it. First, as always, we'll go to Colossians 3:17. Colossians 3:17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, whatever you say, whatever you do in action, do all in the name of the Lord and Savior, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father, all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the Lord and Savior. So therefore, Mashiach said, no man come to me to the Father except for by me. So that's why we're going to the Most High, whatever we say and whatever we do. And a lot of people don't realize that prayer is always, we always start out with this. So whatever you do, whatever you say, is before the Most High, whether you accept it or not. Now, if you right, be right. You wrong, be wrong. That's in the eyes of the Most High. So let's go into His word. For He is worthy to be praised for everything. Lamentations 1 and 1. Lamentations 1 and 1. It's all about Israel. How does the city sit solitary that was full of people screaming, hollering? How has she become as a widow? The land of Israel. She that was great among the nations. That's us. And princes among the provinces. How will she become tributary? How are you paying tributary to these other nations? She weepeth sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks, crying. Lamentation means crying out. Tears coming from your eyes and tears on your cheeks. Among all her lovers, she have none to comfort her. everyone that you love as an Israelite. None of the nations are comforting you. Comforted us then, not comforting us now. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her. You hear that? All our friends dealt treacherously with us. They are become her enemies. These are the friends of these other nations. They became our enemies. If you pay close attention, you're going to see this. Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction and because of great servitude. She dwelleth among the heathen. She findeth no rest. All her persecutors overtook her between the straits. They took us down. They took Judah down. Afflicted him. You see, very much so. But see, we went into captivity under the Egyptians. All nations had a part in having us in captivity. That's why all nations are going to have to serve captivity. That don't sound right, because only thing you can think about is the way the white man treated us, the way Esau treated us. But see, we're going to be in a righteous kingdom. And whatever the Most High have us do, or do whatever it is that's written and what He going to come up with, it's going to be righteous. And ain't going to be things that they would do in wickedness. Because we're not going to be doing wicked things. We're not going to break the laws of the Most High. But payback is something else still. But see, hold that. We're going to go back to get Zechariah 1 and 15. See what it says here in Lamentations. Chapter 1, verse 3. Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction. Affliction. Our captors put a lot of affliction on us. And because of great servitude. Slaves. She dwelleth among the heathen. So we scattered among these heathen, which is the other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel. She findeth no rest. She findeth no rest. Always having a hard life. All her persecutors overtook her between the straits. Now look what it told us in Zechariah 1 and 15, chapter 1, verse 15. See, I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at rest. They're at ease. They resting. They're chilling. Because He got the Most High's chosen people in captivity. Listen, Most High said, I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at rest, that are at ease, which is rest, chilling. For I was but a little displeased. See, it was but a little displeased. And they helped forward the affliction. You hear that? He said it was just a little displeased, but they helped forward the affliction. That's why we look at Lamentations 1 and 3 and say Judah is gone into captivity because of affliction and because of great servitude. She dwelleth among the heathen. She findeth no rest. All her persecutors overtook her between the straits. Not only that, told them where we was at too. Look, I just turned the page, went right to it. Obadiah. Obadiah 10. I mean, I just turned the book of the Most High speaking. Expressly, it says, Obadiah 10. Right after Amos, y'all. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Listen, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, it's like we just reading, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, bid it for her, even thou was as one of them. Thou shouldst not have looked on the day of thy brother, because Esau is our fraternal twin brother, our fraternal wicked evil brother, to do this. But thou shouldst not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither should thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither should thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Listen, thou shouldst not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither should thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. That he is over there. Or stood in the way, so we had to be captured, going into captivity of these nations. This is what Esau did. That's why he's saying the brother, Jacob and Esau, when you read Genesis 25, 25, and 26. Verse 14 of Obadiah. Neither should thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. They escaped, but then they was in the way to keep us from escaping, to make sure we went into captivity under other nations. Neither should thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. So it's a reason why all this is going to go down. Listen to the way of the Most High. The words of the Most High. Going back to Lamentation 1 and 4. The ways of Zion do mourn, because none come to the solemn feast of all her gates are desolate. Nobody come to the solemn feast. Say all our gates were desolate. Her priests sigh. Her virgins are afflicted. Yeah, they raped us. Raped our virgins. Men, women, and children. And she is in bitterness. See? That was an honor for our girls, young maidens, to be a virgin and waiting to be married. But they were raped. That's what I say. This world is so terrible. It's the same now. I heard today a girl got raped, and she flagged down somebody to help her, and they raped her. This world is wicked. Wicked as ever. But see, everybody think everything's going to be smooth. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. It would say her priests sigh, her virgins are afflicted, and she is in bitterness, had no power to do anything. Her adversaries, which are enemies, are the chief. They're in charge. Her enemies, he's going to let you know the adversaries is the enemies. Here it is. The enemies prosper. Yeah, they prospering a lot. They should be able to prosper. Free labor for all them years of slavery from 1492 until now. They came over here, look at Puerto Rico. They call it rich port. So many riches was there. And you see they still getting all the oil out of the ground. Until this day. Gold and everything they can get out of the ground. They couldn't get it where they came from in Europe. Ain't no natural resources over there. Came here and seen all this and went crazy. Christopher Columbus, Murder Incorporated, Amerigo Vespucci, and so forth. Verse 5, Lamentation 1 and 5, her adversaries are the chief. So our enemies are in charge. They're the superpower of the earth. Then and now. When we went to captivity, that was superpower of the earth. It was the Syrians, it was the Egyptians, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Persians, the Medes, the Greeks, the Romans, the Byzantine Empire, to where we at now, the Renaissance period, from that point to now. Her adversaries are the chief, her enemies prosper. For the Most High have afflicted her for the multitude of her transgressions. You hear this? People that don't believe in the law of the Most High, you're going to see. You see, our enemies were able to afflict us for our transgressions because we broke the laws of the Most High. And you're going to tell in your own mind, deceiving yourself with a bunch of delusions that we don't have to follow him. We don't have to obey his laws, his rules and regulations, his ordinances that he gave to us, the children of Israel. And you're sitting down and letting somebody teach you that's a heathen, that's another nation that will not deal with the truth. Come on. Her children are gone into captivity before the enemy. So you can't not relate to that because we living in a time where this is not happening. But this slavery is happening in different parts of the world still. I was looking at a program where the Arabs, they had Israelites enslaved to this day, scattered among the heathen. Different parts that they took over of the lands that we own. We not love. We better look at who it is that's being oppressed. That's us. A lot of times you're looking at Israel scattered among these heathen. That's us. Psalm 60 and 1. Psalm 60 and 1. Psalm the 60th chapter, the first verse. O Most High, power, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahweh, thou hast cast us off. See, we were cast off. Thou hast scattered us. Thou hast been displeased. O turn thyself to us again. Remember, we say he was just a little displeased. He put us in captivity on all these other nations, but the last one that he put us on was called the Edomites. That's who he was talking to in Zechariah 1:15. They helped forward the affliction. See? O Most High, thou hast cast us off. He told us don't cast us off. You're going to see that. Thou hast scattered us. This is the 12 tribes of Israel. Thou hast been displeased. O turn thyself to us again. And we had an opportunity and have an opportunity when the Mashiach HaShai came on this earth in the flesh and died and rose on the third day and ascended to the right hand side of the Most High, to be the mediator between us and the Most High. Because the Most High was just done away with. Look what he told John. I'll make some people out of stones. That's who we serve. So you better fear him, better be afraid of him. Because he is all power. Ain't nobody or nothing more powerful than the Most High. He made everything. And he can't take care of destroying everything. He say he's going to do what he's going to do. Jump to verse 10. Psalm 60 and 10. Will not thou, O Most High, would have cast us off? Will not thou, O Most High, which have cast us off? And thou, O Most High, which didst not go out with our armies? Hear that? He didn't go with us. He used to, think about it. We used to go to battle and the Most High was there. And he would say, okay, hold up. That's enough number. We'd be outnumbered sometimes by thousands. And the Most High fight with us. That's why everybody knew about the Most High. Just like they know about the Most High Yahweh in the time that he bring forth righteousness on this earth. Because he come, you got to send them outside back to judge and make war. That's what they planning on. But he withheld himself from our armies. That's why we cried to him, give us help from trouble. For vain is the help of man. Through the Most High we shall do valiantly. Not through man, not through anyone, but the Most High. By Shama Mashiach Yahushua. For he it is that shall tread down our enemies. You hear that? He it is that shall tread down our enemies. Well, I say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power of Yahweh. Most High, praise his holy name. Better understand and overstand and get it through your mind who we talking about here and who in this Bible is speaking of. Go to Baruch 4. Baruch, the 4th chapter. And we're going to book it at the 6th verse. See, we messed up. We Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel. We blew it. That's why it's beautiful to see us coming back together. And we all are saying, come back to the law, such commandments of the Most High. And those that are in the spirit of the Most High, as we see the spirit of the Most High, realize that in these last days, it says in Hebrews 1 and 2, he's speaking to us through a Mashiach Yahushua, so we got to come back to the faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. You want to be saved. Baruch 4. And we're going to start at verse 6. You were sold to the nations, we the children of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel, not for your destruction, but because you moved the Most High to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies. That's what we've been hearing all night. That's in the spirit. For ye provoked him that made you. You provoked the Most High. How? By sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power. Just like it is today. You can't say you believe in the Most High and you ain't doing what he's doing. What he say you're supposed to be doing. Obeying his commandments. You don't believe in him. You know what he said? You forgot about him. And you allow these religions, which comes from the Latin word religio, which means to hold back, keep down, to restrain, to have you forget about the everlasting power of the Most High. Sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. That's why when we start off with Lamentation 1, it's talking about the land. Here's the land again. For when she saw the wrath of the Most High coming upon you, she said, hearken, listen, O ye that dwell about Zion. The Most High have brought upon me great mourning. The land is mourning, y'all. Israel, where we were at, city of David, is desolate to this day. What you see over there now is not what it is that in the place that we live. Most I say you're gonna make it desolate. You hear the land crying now. And when you understand as we go through this, it's not gonna be rejoicing until the true 12 tribes of Israel return to their homeland. Listen, let the land tell us. I mean, most I gotta have the ground talk to us. If I say he gonna hear the ground, he said, because he won't even hear him. Look, for I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, when the which the everlasting brought upon them. See that? The Most High brought this captivity, all the captivities upon us. But he told us he's going to do it. He told us. He warned us in the wilderness. It says, with joy did I nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning. Sent us away with weeping and mourning. That's why we started out with lamentation. There wasn't no joy in going into captivity. Ain't gonna be no joy for no one going into captivity. That's why people be wow, they be going crazy when you tell them they going into captivity. Because all the captivity they can think of is the so-called white man having us in captivity, children of Israel. And they know what he did. That ain't no joke. That's why they want us to forget the past. But we gotta remember everything about our life. This is our life. You can't tell me to forget about my life and my ancestors. Our ancestors. You ain't forgot about yours. Y'all don't forget about things that happened 50 years ago. Or even like 911. You ain't gonna forget that. You ain't forgetting that. You ain't forgetting the Holocaust, are you? Whatever you want to remember. You ain't forgot 4th of July. When that war between America and the British. Y'all celebrate that every year. Got a special day, right? Come on. Don't forget about, we gotta forget about our past. Forget about the past. Get over it. How you gonna get over it? Let's stay into it. Let's know about what it is of the past, the present, and the future. That's what it's all about. Hallelujah. To the Most High. Verse 12. With joy did I nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning. Said with joy the land was nourishing us. The best land in all the world. It's a land filled with milk and honey. Wow. Let no man rejoice over me, a widow, and forsaken of many, who for the sins of my children, I'm going to read it to you again, who for the sins of my children, one more time for understanding, who for the sins, which is the transgression of the Most High's law, when you read 1 John 3 and 4, of my children, are left desolate. And that land is desolate. You can look at some real footage of the land of Israel. Because they departed from the law of the Most High. The land is desolate because we departed, as the 12 tribes of Israel, from the law of the Most High. Now, how are you going to allow somebody to tell you that you're not under the law when the land is crying out saying, hey, the land is desolate because we departed from the law of the Most High. We chose rather religions or believing in wood and stone and so forth. All the gods of the nation, which is idols. We went to idolatry. Not everyone. But 2/3 of our people are no good at all. So we had to pay the price for what the no good at all Israelites did. Just like y'all got to pay, whoever it is, for what the no good of your nations have done and going to do, are doing now, and what they're going to do in the future. Everybody got to pay. Regardless. Judgment. Don't take it up on me. Just hear what the word of the Most High is saying. I'll say this, it's a lot of the other nations that have heard this truth and learned it. I'm not going to say they applying it, but they have heard it because we have this truth going out over the internet, but we had TV shows way back in the day. My TV show lasted almost 15 years. It was on Southern California all around. Every day. Sometimes twice a day. Sometimes 3 times a day. They shut that down though. That was too much. The LA channel, they shut it down. Boom. Too many religious programs on TV. Yeah, because it was too much hitting the people I mean, that's like 15 times. 15 times you see in different shows a week. And you had other Israelite groups that was putting their shows out there. They had to cut that out. That's why we notice the truth. It is the truth. That's why the land is saying, why you didn't listen to the Most High? It's weeping and mourning because we departed from the law of the Most High. One more time. That's part of verse 11. Who for the sins of my children am left desolate. The land is left desolate for the sins of the children of Israel, breaking the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. This covenant that he had with us. Because they departed from the law of the Most High. So don't tell nobody that you're not under the law, but you're under mercy and grace and you're a Gentile. That's crazy. Grace and mercy was only given to who the law was given to. That's the 12 tribes of Israel. Period. They knew not his statutes. Just like a lot of you out there don't know his statutes. You don't know the laws of the Most High. Some of you that are Israelites not reading them yourself. Going over to make sure that you know the laws. I went through a lot of different lessons on the laws. For months and months and months. So you can go on Freestyle One, YouTube, just going over the laws. Just type in going over the laws. There's no excuse for no one. And when this end might come suddenly, like catch you like a thief in the night, you better be ready. You better know. That's why he said, look at the ant, you sluggard. Bunch of lazy people don't want to do this. Don't want to do what they got to do. And when it comes, you start seeing the Most High pull away from you. And you start seeing all this destruction, affliction that started to happen. It's going to happen, y'all. I keep telling you. Because it's written. That's why Masha Rashai said, who going to have faith when he comes back? You do all this talking all you want to, but then you still got to have faith until the end. That's why you got to endure to the end regardless. With wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Don't get it twisted. And you can't be on your own either. You better have faith in the Most High. Give him the glory for everything. Verse 12. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor trod in the paths of discipline in his righteousness. Let them that dwell about Zion come, and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting Yahweh, the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, have brought upon them. To the Most High. You nations ain't have nothing to do with us going into captivity. The Most High is this here is the one that caused us to go into captivity because we broke his laws. So how do you think the Most High going to allow you to reach everlasting life, come into the kingdom, and all the gods of the nations are idols? You're dealing with paganism, and you having his children follow your wicked religions and so forth in wood and stone. And telling them that they're not under the law. You ain't got to follow the Most High, but you got to follow our law. Which we do. To the best of our ability. That don't coincide, or don't I'll say, might not oppose the laws of the Most High. For he hath brought a nation upon them from far, way over here in America. A shameless nation. Hear what they say? A shameless nation. Way over there in England, and so forth, Spain, France, and so forth. A shameless nation and of a strange language. We didn't understand that language. Who neither reverence old man nor pity child. See, they don't care about the old or the young. These have carried away the dear beloved, children of the widow, and left her that was alone, desolate, without daughters. But what can I help you? What can I help you? How can I help you? We're going to come back to how it can help us. Go to Leviticus 26. Hallelujah. Leviticus 26. I just want to keep on reading. We're going to come back. We got to come back. That's a heavy chapter. But Leviticus 26 and 42. Leviticus 26 and 42. Then will I remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham will I remember. So he went backwards from Israel to Isaac to Abraham. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. He said, remember his covenant, his contract, his agreement with we the 12 tribes of Israel. And I will remember the lands. Hear that? You can remember the lands. The land said it's a widow because that's symbolic. Like we are like the husband, the land is like the wife. That's a widow. So we as the children of Israel, the land is saying, wow, man, I tried to tell you, man, to follow the Most High. Here it is. He said, remember the land. Well, we just finished talking to us. The land of Israel. Verse 43. The land also shall be left of them, and shall enjoy her Sabbaths, while she lieth desolate. See, without them. See? We're not there. Without them. Who's the them? The 12 tribes of Israel. And they shall accept of the punishment of their iniquity, of our sin. We got to accept the punishment of our sin. We don't have no choice but to accept it. Even because they despise my judgments. And because their soul abhorred my statutes, hated his statutes, his laws, his instructions. And yet for all that, when they be in the land of their enemies, when we be in the land of our enemies, for all the things that we've done against him and not following his laws, his statutes and commandments, his ordinances, I will not cast them away. Hear that? He said, I'm not going to cast them away. He didn't cast us away. Neither will I abhor them. Neither will he hate us. To destroy them utterly. And to break my covenant with them. For I am the Most High their power. So he ain't going to break his covenant with us. But I will, for their sakes, remember the covenant of their ancestors. Now, how are we going to know about this if we don't seek out this covenant that was with who? Our ancestors, with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They tell us to forget the past, but you hear what the Most High said? But I, the Most High, will for their sakes, for our sakes, the children of Israel, remember this covenant of their ancestors, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the heathen, that I, once again, that the Most High might be their power. So he might be our power. I am the Most High. See? He is agreement with us. Let's go back to Baruch, 4th chapter. We're going to continue. Verse 17. But what can I help you? The land is asking us, how can I help you? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Yeah. That's why the Most High say he'll remember his covenant. He said he'll remember us in the land of our enemies. So you can go anywhere you want to go. Our enemies are everywhere. All lands. They got control of every land. One way or another. They the police of the earth. Hear what he said? Verse 17. Verse 18. Select. For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies. Most High said he's going to deliver us from the hands of our enemies. Go your way, O my children. Go your way, for I am left desolate. I have put off the clothing of peace and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry unto the everlasting in my days. Hear what he says? The land said they're going to cry to the Most High in the days of widowhood, of being desolate, of we the children of Israel not being there, the true ethnic and biblical 12 tribes of Israel. It's going to cry to the Most High. Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Most High. It already told us that's what it did. And that's the only time that the Most High had pity on us and will have pity on us. You humble yourself before the Most High. Because you ain't going to the kingdom if you got pride. That's prideful as hateful before man and the Most High. And that's when one departed from the Most High. Because now you have stepped in his shoes. How can he help you when you already think you got it going on already without him? And that's sad because a lot of times that's your feelings. It's pride. Either you think you are that or you just rolling on your own continence and not with the Most High. It's sad because you've been born into a world, a curriculum of white supremacy. Period. All the curriculums dealing with that because they want to remain in power. I mean, they set themselves up as the Most High, as a Mashiach Yahushua, as the children of Israel. I mean, you can't look beyond that. And see, that's why you have to become a new creature, be born again, and humble yourself before the Most High. Because they're the first ones on the list of Psalms 83rd chapter, lifted up their head. That's pride. That's pride. Thinking that all that. So they should, because it's their kingdom. This is their time. It's not our time. It's their time. So when you look at change, then your change have to come in the way you've been programmed to think. Like the children are being programmed to be what? Edomites. Period. Well, the lands tell us cry. Listen, you can't cry with pride. Ain't no tears coming out. You know what I said? I mean, tears coming out our eyes, on our cheeks. That's tears. That's really crying. This ain't no fake nothing. This is real. It's real. We Israel, and this is real. Better hear it. Or the Most High gonna burn you up, cast you into the lake of fire. You only got one choice. That's to choose life. Period. Because you choose death, it don't take much. I mean, people take the Most High lightly. You gotta understand why you think he said fear the Most High. Hopefully it ain't too late for you that have pride. This is what the land is telling us. Be of good cheer. Verse 22. O my children, cry unto the Most High, and he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemies. Do you believe that? Some of you don't believe it because you don't believe the Most High. He the one that had it written. He the one that's giving you instructions of what works. So one thing I look at, you can talk all you want to. Give me solutions. I want to see your solutions. The solutions right here. Those that have ears to hear and eyes to see. For my hope is in the everlasting. And our hope got to be in the Most High. Our hope is what? Faith. My faith is in the Most High. Your hope. That he will save you. The land saying it has faith in the Most High. That he's going to save us. And joy is come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto you from the everlasting, our Savior. See? Mercy is not getting something that you do deserve. It's coming from the Most High. It's going to come from the Most High. You say, I mean, look at Isaiah 14:1. You say, I'll have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. You see? For I sent you out with mourning and weeping. But the Most High will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. So when we come back to Israel, we're going to be there forever. Most High will. We're going to be there forever. That's everlasting life, people. Living forever and ever and ever. Children of Israel. As it is written. You hear what he's saying. Like as now, the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity. Oh yeah. The other nations seen our captivity. They know who we are. So shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. He gonna show off big time. It said, why, my children, suffer patiently. Say, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. Hear that? This is from the Most High because we didn't follow his laws, statutes, commandments. For thine enemy have persecuted thee. But surely thou shalt see his destruction and shall tread upon his neck. And surely we're going to see his destruction and shall tread upon his neck. Say, my delicate ones have gone rough ways. Yeah, we had a hard time from slavery to now, still having a hard time. And were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. Most High speak once, yea, twice. Man perceived it not the second time. First, the land told us that it cried to the Most High. Then it told us to cry unto the Most High. Now it's telling us again. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For so it was in your mind to go astray from the Most High. So being returned, that's all of us, seek him 10 times more. Are you really doing that? Are we doing that? So I always say, I don't think I'm doing enough. It brings me down not to be doing enough. I'm doing a lot, whatever. And you young people, y'all supposed to be diligent out there doing what you're supposed to be doing. All kind of energy. Y'all bugged out though. A lot of y'all bugged out. Y'all. That's why he said, look at the ant, you sluggard. Oh, I'm tired. You tired from what? You ain't really doing nothing compared to what you should be doing. Oh, I'm tired. Yeah, come on. Some of you don't even give me one day of the week. Look at the attention span. You got a couple of hours, that's it. You know, that's why I commend all those and all of us that's on the East Coast dealing, or at least a couple of hours beyond the West Coast, and you start 11 o'clock at night, 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning. People on the West Coast falling asleep after start at 7, they sleep at 9 o'clock. And you don't come on till 11 sometimes. You see what I'm saying? So these are the things you're looking at like, wow, what's up with our people? Yet still you think you're gonna make it to the kingdom. But you can sit there and do whatever you're gonna do in your life 6 days a week. Wide awake. Doing whatever you're gonna do. Going to this particular function, or going out doing the things you need to do for yourself. Remember, well, it's the Most High's day. He said, honor me on this day. And He's going to bless you. So the blessings come when you sacrifice your life and do what you're supposed to do and honoring Him on the Sabbath. But yet still, you want Him to come through for you for all the things you got to deal with in your life through the week. But one day He said, hey, give it to me. And you fall asleep on Him, and we're going over this word. Shoot, man, I was reading where it was like 12 hours. It was doing this, 12 hours straight. Going through the word 6 hours and prophesying and praying in 6 hours, man. Just nobody was falling asleep. One time when Paul was teaching, cat fell out the window. He was teaching so long, he had to revive him. But here it is now. It's going to be too late. When you say, oh, well, I wish I could be able to get the word. It's going to be too late. So there come a time you ain't going to be able to get it. So you better have it. So all that time that you spent dealing with whatever you're dealing with for yourself, you are your own idol. Most High ain't dealing with you. Mashiach Yahushua sure ain't dealing with you. Because the time that you put into this is the time you can look to reap the benefits from your rewards in the future. It's simple. If you don't work, you don't get paid, right? You gotta do something.